You don't have to overshare. You don't have to talk about your constipation. You cannot fix a bad product with good marketing. Like, you are going to get found out. Jensen Huang and his team are masters in founder branding. We are going to be breaking down 7 PR strategies he uses to make him a likable and influential founder. If you would like a free PDF copy of this video, a guide to help you with PR, make sure to subscribe to the newsletter and you'll receive a free copy. Let's get into it. He paints the big picture. In Chinese, we call this 画大饼, or drawing the big pie. A pie that everyone wants a piece of. Jensen Huang sells the vision. He sells not, model XYZ or GPU 1, 2, 3, no. He sells you a future where AI is the norm. Tech founders make the mistake of starting with the product, and it's very normal because a lot of tech startups, they're started by engineers, maybe you are one, right? We think from this technical mindset, but in marketing and branding, it's important to think of not just our own community, but who we want to reach. And Jensen Huang did this very well by drawing out a vision for people who don't even know tech, but they want to be part of this new age. They want to be part of this new era of making generational wealth, right? They want to be part of that, and Jensen speaks to them. At his recent talk in Taipei, if you notice, he did open with the latest announcement of NVIDIA. He opened with this video which showcases a tokenized future, a future where NVIDIA powers all of these innovations. This matters because this is something that everyone understands. Even my dad understands what Jensen Huang is saying. He's by no means an engineer. Now that you know this, if you take a step back, you will realize that what Jensen paints as the future is not really the ultimate future, right? The future is up to you, up to all of us to decide for ourselves. But Jensen speaks so compellingly, you feel like, okay, NVIDIA's future is my future, right? And how does he do that? Keep watching on. But it's very important that he paints this confident picture and starts from there. Starts from empathy, starts from making people feel like they should not be missing out from this trend. And from there, he goes to his next talking point. So the lesson here is, as a brand, if you're targeting mass audience, not just technical founders, it's important to think about why people should care. And one of the easiest ways to do that is to paint a picture of the future. If you are selling an AI application, for example, what does this mean for your ideal user? What kind of future are they living into? That is what you want to paint. Jensen is an amazing storyteller, but he's not a bullshitter. This is the point that most people underestimate. They're like, okay, I want to be like Jensen Huang tomorrow. Jensen took 20 to 30 years of consistent building and NVIDIA not failing. I got asked to promote some products and I have to say no because like the product, you cannot fix a bad product with good marketing. Like, you are going to get found out. Like, even if you put $1 billion behind your marketing and people go in your website and it crashes, like, that's not gonna work. Your PR is gonna backfire. So what Jensen Huang does really well, and the NVIDIA team in general, is their technology is genuinely good over time. So that is what they do well. It's not a marketing lesson, it's a business lesson that he teaches people, and he inspires me because of that. The lesson from Jensen and NVIDIA is to do good work over time. When you do good work, you still need marketing, of course. The consistency that you have, you will get noticed even without all these glamorous things, because your audience will speak for you, especially in the age of social media. We start somewhere, we're honest with what we do, and over time, as we get more funds, we can have more resources to pour into hiring a publicist and all of this. Jensen Huang builds an army of allies. This is a PR strategy where we bring together different partners to build legitimacy, influence, and likability. So for example, you are a small brand and you partner with a brand, say Starbucks. or you partner with NVIDIA, right? You become credible just by associating yourself. So if you notice Jensen's keynotes, it's not just him blabbering about NVIDIA for 2 hours. He has this big iconic board where there are hundreds of different companies, and he literally praises them. Like he says, NVIDIA is not possible without all of these partners. And that is the difference, right? Jensen elevates his allies. At the last Taipei event, he even highlighted a fruit stall and a dumpling store. This is a strategy, and it works because of two things. One, it makes the partners feel seen. When your logo is on there, they feel like, wow, I'm part of this ally, I'm part of this community. When people feel invested, they will advocate for you. And if you partner with a brand that's credible and people like them and they advocate for you, it's a huge win. And the second reason that this PR strategy works is virality, right? When you have a board of 200 different brands, their social media team will promote for you, right? If there's a partnership, usually in PR, we talk about it first, have multiple meetings and talk about, okay, when are we releasing this together? What is it called? A partnership, collaboration, joint venture? What is it? We define it first. But these people on the wall, right? They will be promoting you. So the lesson here from Jensen is to praise your allies, because one, it makes them feel seen and you get more exposure by them. And two, they build content for you, and that's earned media. Visual identity. How you dress, how you speak, the words you choose, the setting you're at, which we're going to talk about in the next point, so don't miss out. Keep watching. How you show up visually, online, offline, is all part of founder branding. And if you look at Jensen, if you're watching this video, you probably already know he has this iconic leather jacket. Their PR team has thought about his public image, and this is not just an accident that Jensen wants to wear this all the time. Lesson here, visual identity is very important when it comes to PR. How you show up, what you wear, the colors people associate you with, how do they think of you? Are you funny? Are you intellectual? Are you energetic? Are you introverted? Are you geeky? All of this with the proper team, or if you're doing it yourself, these are things that are thought through. You have to make it mean something. The next thing that makes Jensen Huang's founder branding so successful is his distribution channel. In PR, it's not just about what you say. Let's say, okay, today I'm announcing my app, the end. No, it's about distribution. What does that mean? Notice that Jensen's itinerary is not just in the press conference room or in the headquarters of, let's say, TSMC for a meeting. Literally, Jensen, my dude, he's out in the streets eating stinky tofu, eating fruits. He's out in the streets citing people's chest. He's out there distributing meals for people. But you can see this is all strategic. This is literally what a pop star would do if they want to create hype. We can see that his podcast appearances is not in a children's podcast, right? It's or a podcast about biology. He is in Joe Rogan, Lex Friedman. All of these different podcasts which caters to alpha males who are in tech. His team knows who his community is, and they put them in those places. We can see that he is everywhere across the level. He's in the high level, thought authority, podcasts and news outlets, but he's also out in the streets. And this is all intentional. So the lesson here for you guys is think about where you place yourself, the events that you go to. As a founder, you can also be pitching yourself in, let's say, TechCrunch and different stages to promote yourself. Where you place yourself is as important as what you say, and Jensen with unlimited funds has done this successfully. Thing that Jensen does really well is controlled vulnerability. Now this sounds like manipulation, but this is all part of the game. I notice as someone who studies marketing for the past 12 years is American executives have this more than Asian execs, is they talk about their struggles very openly. In social media terms, we call that authentically showing up online. But you should know that Jensen is not out there talking about his childhood trauma or like his latest argument with his family. It's all strategic. The things he shares are all part of the message that he wants to show. For example, in Taipei, he talked about how he was raised by his parents in a way that's very strict, right, and laughs about it in front of everyone. That showcases the value that Asian audiences care. Humility, they eat that up, right? Being able to say thank you to your elders and where you came from, being humble, that is a very Asian trait, and Jensen nailed that. On the Western side, we hear Jensen talk about being cutthroat with work, right? Having 60 direct reports, being very firm. Things like that is very American, and that really taps into the American work ethos. So for you, the lesson is, what are the emotions that you want your audience to feel? What do you want them to know about you? What are the traits you want them to know about you? Hardworking, you are someone who started from the bottom, for example, right? All of these things, you can share stories. Now, what's important here, by the way, guys, is to be honest. Like, if you are inventing stories out of the blue, the media is gonna keep up and you will be bashed on Threads somehow if you become popular. So make sure that it's still honest and true, because that will backfire. And you also have to know, like, you don't have to overshare. You don't have to talk about your constipation or like your dietary restrictions if it's not aligned with what you want to share. Jensen is an amazing storyteller. He is an executive, a founder, an engineer, but most of all, what I really admire about him is the way he tells stories. Instead of talking about large GPUs and all of these jargon in front of business audiences or investors, he starts off with the AI factory idea, which everyone can understand. Super simple, inspiring metaphors, and I feel like that is what he has nailed down the past 20 years, 20, 30 years, is his ability to translate technical ideas to metaphors and stories that people can understand. If you're watching this and you're like, holy goodness, how do I get to that level? It takes time. Most of these executives, they have their PR team, so don't worry. We all start somewhere, but if there's one advice I have to give to you, is to really know who your target audience is and talk in their language. That's the first starting point. Look at your papers, what you're releasing right now online. Do your audience really understand what you're saying? I think that's the first part. The second part is subscribe to my newsletter, because I'll be sharing more about tech communications, robotics, and all of these fun stuff. There you have it. Here are the 7 things that Jensen Huang has done well when it comes to founder branding. You can see that it's not all PR advice. There's business nuggets right there. I hope you find it valuable. And guys, if you want a free copy of all the things I've talked about and some questions for you to help you, make sure to subscribe to my newsletter and you will get it in your inbox. If you're into robotics, the human side of technology, make sure to hit subscribe.